Hello, guys. Welcome, everybody, to Purple Ace Podcast. I am your host who bleeds purple and gold, Isaac here. So, apparently, the 53-man roster is official. I mean, not officially, is official. So, the 53-man roster is out, and definitely an interesting, though, depth chart, I must say. We're going to go ahead and break it down to you and just my reaction and personal opinion on it. And so, quarterback, definitely for quarterback, obviously, J.J. McCarthy is going to be a starter, obviously. I mean, I'm not going to go down I'm just going to go down the backups behind those starters, and we know who. So the backups are going to be Max Brosmer and Carson Wentz apparently made it on the team, and this is definitely relief. I don't know I feel like, though, the backup quarterback room has gotten better, where Sam Howell, and it's not Brett Rippon. So thank goodness Kevin O'Connell didn't make it complicated than what it is. So Max Brosmer, who's played well in the preseason, has showed so much promise. I'm hoping he's the QB2 behind J.J. McCarthy. I'm hoping so. Or maybe it's Carson Wentz. Maybe. I don't know. But the quarterback room looks better. And obviously Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason, they both made the team. Surprisingly, Ty Chandler made it. I don't know how Ty Chandler made it, but evidently he did. And Xavier Scott made it. He's been great. He made the team. My only gripe, though, with the running back is why. I mean, I guess maybe there is no really other options, really. They could probably swap out another position and then take Ty Chandler off and put in another one. That's what I would have done, but Ty Chandler apparently doesn't know how to run, and he cannot catch. If he cannot do any of those things, then good for nothing. He's good for nothing then. In a actual, not a preseason game, this is the regular season we're talking about where games matter. So I just don't see Ty Chandler doing great, though. But hopefully Xavier Scott is behind Jordan Mason. So we'll see how it goes. Obviously Jordan Addison, Justin Jefferson, they made the team. Jalen Naylor, obviously, and they made. So Jalen Naylor is going to be the wide receiver 2 as expected. Ty Felton made the team. I mean, would like to see more of him. Hopefully he does well. Tim Jones made it, and Miles Price. So Tim Jones, he did fairly well with catching the football, I would say. He did fairly well. So we'll see how he does. Miles Price, I feel like he's going to be a great punt returner or kick returner for the Vikings. I mean, one of them got called back by a penalty. I believe the Titans game, He had some nice returns, but just the speed overall. And so, obviously, you got your starting offensive linemen, Donovan Jackson, Brian O'Neill, Christian Darrisaw, Ryan Kelly, Will Fries. So, obviously, the stonewall of the offensive line is completely set. And at backup, you have, I don't have a problem really with any of them because they done well. Blake Brandel, Joe Huber, Michael Juergens, Walter Rouse, and Justin Skule. No surprise there that they made the team. I mean, they didn't do too bad themselves. And then the interior defensive linemen, you obviously got so the offense is not bad. The wide receiver, though, is still concerning, though, with how much talent there is. And I believe this is the first time I've ever said we might need a wide receiver because there are plenty of issues at the wide receiver position. So if the Vikings can just please sign either, I don't care if it's Amari Cooper, I don't care if it's Adam Thielen, I don't care if it's Jacoby Myers, bring in somebody that can catch in the football and play. So the offense is not terrible at all. Almost what I expected. Only surprise is Ty Chandler who made it. And Ty Felt. Maybe I don't know who else to be surprised of. And any cuts, Lucky Jackson. I mean, shouldn't be a shocker that Lucky Jackson didn't make it. I mean, really, a lot of receivers who couldn't catch the football did not really make it. So, not a surprise there. On defense, though, obviously the defensive linemen, you got Jonathan Allen and Javon Hargraves as your stars, so no surprise. Some pretty good players, though, I think made it. Tyrion Ingram Dawkins, he played pretty well. I feel like he played really well in the preseason and showed something. Just about what I expected from him. Levi Drake Rodriguez, maybe he might get some reps, maybe. Levi Drake Rodriguez, he obviously made the team. Good for him. Elijah Williams, he made it. He had a nice sack, I believe. So good for him. For edge rusher, let's see. For edge rusher, you got your starters Jonathan Grenard and Andrew Van Ginkel, obviously, and then your backups are Chaz Chambliss. I've never heard of this dude or ever heard his name in the preseason, so I don't know if he's a gem or not. Bo Richter made the team. Absolutely like it. Bo Richter made it. Dallas Turner. So maybe Bo Richter, he could I feel like it was due like last week where he should have made it. It's a shame for last year that he didn't make it. So he finally made it. But the only surprise that I'm like shocked to see who was cut is Gabriel Murphy was waived by the Vikings. This is a surprise. I would have preferred Gabriel Murphy, Bo Richter, and Dallas Turner. That you got a stacked edge rushing competition if that's the case. So I'm absolutely shocked that happened. And also Jalen Redmond made the defensive lineman. So can't forget about Jalen Redmond, obviously. And then inside linebacker, you obviously got Ivan Pace Jr. and Blake Cashman. And then Austin Keys, Kobe King, and Eric Wilson made it. So you got a stacked. So basically the 7 front that you have. I mean, Austin Keys played well. Kobe King, he did have some bumps and bruises there, but I feel like his good plays outweighed the bad. So Kobe Keene played well. Eric Wilson, of course, made the team. He's great. So and the 7 front for the defense is stacked with talent. Absolutely love it. The way the trenches, and again, this goes back to Kwesi. Great job on building all the trenches. The 7 front. And you may not even have to blitz every time, and you can still get pressure. Who knows? It's going to be so much fun watching this new and improved defensive lineman we got here. And as far as the secondary, cornerbacks, you obviously got Isaiah Rodgers and Byron Murphy. And they did cut Mekhi Blackman, which, I mean, it's disappointing that it had to come to this, but it is what it is. We can only do so much there. Then you got, as your backups, Dwight McGlothern made the team, so he's made some noise last year's preseason. So I think though he might make some splash plays. We'll see how he does. And then you of course got Jeff Okudah, who is okay. So cornerbacks, it's not the prettiest, but it could be good. We'll see though how it goes. And then safeties, you got of course Harrison Smith and Josh Metellus for your stars. Theo Jackson made it. Let's see, Jay Ward made it, and then And then T. Thomas, I forgot to look up the name, so I forgot to remember. So I'm sorry, Tom. So last name is Thomas. So I feel the safety though is still locked, is still stacked. Most of it, I like the chances though. The only and obviously you got your starting punt unit or special teams unit, Will Reichard, Ryan Wright, and Andrew T. Poala, obviously for your special teams. So obviously you got those. My only concerns though for this 53-man roster, actually I think it's only like one per se, maybe. I mean, you can make a debate that maybe cornerbacks. I mean, the cornerback room is okay, I would say. Maybe that's the only thing, but other than that, I mean, the defense is stacked. And the wide receiver position, though, is obviously a concern for many Vikings fans. Obviously, the Vikings need to. Kwesi needs to absolutely try to get a wide receiver, so we'll see how it goes, though. Other than that, everything else, they're locked and loaded at weapons, though. I feel like very well. They improved the cornerback 53-man roster. It's even better than it was. And everything else, the trenches, the defense for the most part, they're locked and loaded. I cannot wait to see. Maybe the wide receiver is a different composition, but minus the receiver depth chart, everything else is great. Oh yeah, I also missed the tight end. I mean, you got your usual TJ Hawkinson, Josh Oliver. So yeah, you got those. Other than that, I absolutely like the Vikings' chances here. As far as I'm concerned, with JJ McCarthy under center and all these other weapons surrounding him, I feel like it is going to be a heck of a season, and it is going to be so much fun. Monday Night Football against Chicago cannot come any sooner. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Skol Vikings.